Hmm. What am I gonna do with you? What would Mario do in this situation? Hammers, eh? Hmm. Luigi number one!
Hello everybody, I'm Meso, and welcome to my review of the LEGO Super Mario set 71363 Desert Pokey expansion set. This set retailed for $20 with a piece count of 180 and was released in August of 2020. So hello everybody, we're back again with another epic LEGO Luigi review, and this week we're going to be dialing it back a little bit. After the last video with the Fortress set, this week we're going to go a bit smaller and take a look at one of these smaller sets released for the theme, the Desert Pokey. So this set is interesting for what it's able to achieve on a very small scale. You know, it's quite a big jump to go from $50 to $20. The difference in scope definitely shows, which is more a testament to the Fortress than a critique against the Pokey. Because for 20 bucks, this thing's pretty cool. It's got, you know, a bunch of cool figures, which we're going to go over in more detail, you know, the Monty Mole, the Pokey, etc. And it has a really neat function that works pretty well and lends itself to a lot of creative play opportunities. But first and foremost, before we get into any of that, I'd just like to reiterate, as we always do, that this guy, LEGO Mario, does not come in this set. He is not included in the set whatsoever. And people who want to buy these sets, you know, parents looking to buy these sets for their kids, for Christmas, or their birthday, or whatnot, they should be aware of that. They should know that, because LEGO kind of does a poor job, in my opinion anyway, of communicating that, considering he's on the boxes, just grayed out. But people should know, in order to get LEGO Mario, you have to buy the starter course set for 60 bucks, one with Bowser Jr. It's the only set that comes with Mario. Without further ado, let's get into this.
The Desert Pokey expansion set is unquestionably one of the smaller sets released for the LEGO Super Mario wave, or at least the first wave. It doesn't have a lot to it. It pretty much just has one major structure and function with a few little add-ons, you know, like the cactus and the Monty Mole. But what it's able to do with its size should be respected, because there's a lot of cool stuff here. There's a lot of really good detail. One of my favorite things, I mean, unquestionably, is the Pokey itself. It's composed of 4 different pieces, each which are constructed with a lot of detail and intricacy, but they're mostly identical to each other. And you stack them on top of each other, right up on this pillar, which forms the shape of the Pokey. And there's a few differences, obviously, on the head and whatnot, but it's really just a bunch of repetition, but it really works to create the shape of this iconic Mario villain, and he looks downright incredible. And, you know, the structure itself is relatively simplistic. You know, you can see from this back view that there really isn't a lot going on here. It's mainly just a vertical kind of pillar of sand for the Pokey to stand next to. But it's really helped by the design of the cactuses, no, I think it is cacti, that are next to the pillar, because they really add a lot of color, a lot of detail, and they really sell like the desert Mario biome aesthetic that they're going for. Like it knocks it out of the park with these cacti. The set itself actually has another little cacti, and that's pretty much at the start of the set's progression. You have this little thing, and it's cool. It's a nice little bit of window dressing. Ultimately, the set and its worth comes down to the function, this little hammer thing. I'm a little unclear where this is supposed to be from in Mario, in the Mario franchise. But regardless, it's a neat little hammer that swivels from left to right with the goal of hitting the Pokey with enough force to dislodge one of its segments and send it careening out to the side until you eventually get to whichever segment has the barcode, where you're then able to make Mario jump on the barcode to earn coins. You can see you tilt it with Mario's head. That's how I like to get enough momentum to use the thing, and just kind of go back and forth, smacking the Pokey to pieces, propelling them left or right. Sometimes I give it a spin, add some flourish to knock down the last piece, and boom, there you go. It's fun. It functions very well. It's very effective. It's very easy. And overall, I love it. As far as figures are concerned, the set really only has two. It's the Pokey itself, obviously, which is composed of the 4 components, and then the Monty Mole, which kind of feels a little out of place, but we'll talk about him in a minute. First of all, we have the Pokey. Each section is built identically except for the head, which is capped with a nice little flower, and every piece has this little green thing on the back, which you might think breaks up the cubic look of the Pokey, how it has the diamond-shaped spikes on the sides. But that little green piece is used to slide in through this vertical kind of gray shaft to properly align the Pokey's segments and to hold it in place. So the way it works, you basically take the 4 segments and you put wherever you want the barcode to be, somewhere. I like to put mine on the bottom, just cuz. And you kind of use that green piece to align with that section of the display on the back there, and you just slide them down one by one. This allows for the Pokey to have a little bit of flexibility. Not a lot. It can't move, it can't escape, but it can kind of wiggle left to right, which is really nice. Then you have the Monty Mole, who, like I said, I kind of think feels a little bit out of place in this set. Not he doesn't belong per se, it's just he doesn't really flow with the rest. I think maybe it's because Monty Moles aren't inherently desert-bound Mario creatures. Then again, there aren't that many that are exclusive to the desert, or at least that are mainstream enough to include. So he's fine. He looks good enough. I have no real complaints with him. So with all that being said, it's time to actually take a look at this set's action features in play, do a test level, and see how we do.
So just like every other LEGO Super Mario set, the set functions as a sort of Mario level, where you set up the flagpole from the starter course and the warp pipe also from the starter course, and using the tiles you can basically act out a level, try to get as many coins as possible within the constraints of the level, boost your score, and then win by hitting the flagpole at the end. So we're going to go ahead and give this set a test run to kind of see it in motion. I'm going to power up Mario for you. So now he's ready and raring to go, and we're going to see how this course holds up. You guys ready? Let's go. So we're going to start in the pipe. That gets it going. We're going to jump over the cactus. We're going to go over here. We're going to start fighting the Pokey. You notice the music changes. Oh, that's one. Pokey's down. We gotta find the tile. Here we go. Now we gotta jump over, hit the Monty Mole, kick him around a little bit. Gonna jump up, and boom. That is the course. Total of 16 coins. Not the best, but then again, it is a small course. So this is designed to be able to be paired with a lot of the other Mario sets to create bigger landscapes. You know, if you take this set and you combine the Pokey With the Monty Mole, well, there's a lot of good coins that came from there, because, I mean, think like 10 probably came from the Pokey by itself. So that's where a lot of the value lies. It's pretty simple. The hammer's a really fun gimmick, though. Just smacking the Pokey all around. Then you just gotta hope this thing lands face up to where you can get it easy. But that's basically that for the demonstration of this set. Now we're gonna reset everything back to 0, and I'm gonna give you my thoughts on this set as a whole. So that's pretty much all for showcasing the functions of this set, the different characters, the build. So we can go ahead and move into final thoughts now. So this set's not going to stand up to the big heavy hitters of the theme. It's not going to stand up to the Fortress or the Thwomp or Bowser's Castle, any of the ones I've yet to review, the big expensive heavy hitters. It's not going to stand up to the starter set or the Fortress. It's in a smaller bracket. It needs to be compared to the smaller sets released. The sets like, the Yoshi House, the sets like the Boomer Bill Barrage, even the Womp set. And in my opinion, this set is the best of its size bracket. And here's why. It really comes down to this thing. This stupid hammer turntable thing. Now, I'm going to be honest. Like I said, I don't know of a Mario game where this hammer turntable thing exists. So, I don't really think it evokes any particular image in me of any Mario game that I ever played. But Pokies are often defeated by hammers, and the movement of this hammer does evoke Mario Party 7 vibe with the Pokey Pummel minigame, as well as just the Mario and Luigi RPG series. You'd use the hammers to fight Pokies, so in that I can kind of forgive it. This thing, despite not being accurate to Mario games as a thing that I'm like, oh, super nostalgic about, is really, really fun. It's really, really cool. The ability to just whack one of the segments out at any point. It works really well. And it goes to show, it's one of those few times that having something that's just a duplicate build, like these Poke Cubes, actually works out really well. Because you can even put the barcode on any level you want, really, to kind of mix things up, because then you have to go hunting for it. You could challenge yourself in that way. I just like it a lot. It works really well as a function. It works the best out of the functions, IMO, for the smaller sets. Yoshi just had the hammock, which was hit or miss. The Boomer Bill function, hit or miss. This one works really, really well, and it's really fun. It's just neat being able to do this on a small scale. And for that reason alone, it's the best in its bracket to me. It's helped by the fact the figures are really cool. Like the Pokey is awesome. The Monty Mole, it's simple, but it works really nice. And even the little cactus, it has a lot of personality, even despite being only $20. And coming in at 180 pieces, that's pretty on point. It's no worse than the Fortress or any of the others in terms of price per part. So if you're looking for a cheap set that is also completely unique in the theme, it's the only desert set that they made. So if you're looking for that biome, you gotta get it. I couldn't recommend this one enough. It's a lot of fun to build and play with, and the Pokey is just a really cool figure all around. He's far and above the standout. I love him to death. You should definitely pick up this set if you want something relatively smaller size. But that's basically all I have for this one today. There's not a whole lot to talk about with it because of its, scale and size bracket. But what do you guys think about the Desert Pokey? Do you like it? Do you wish there was a little bit more meat in its bones? What do you think of the theme as a whole? Send all your feedback and hate mail, as always, my way. Keep asking for the return of Mario. You won't get him. He's locked up. He's never coming out. It's time for Luigi to take the spotlight, as he rightfully deserves. And it's going to be fun as we move into the final stage of these reviews. Thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you all next time for another LEGO Luigi review. Bye.